Hi, I'm Simon with AppliancePartsPros.com. Today we're going to show you how to repair your appliance. Are you ready? Remember, anytime you work on your appliance, make sure it's unplugged or the circuit breakers are off so there's no chance of electrocution. In this video, we'll show you how to replace the drum assembly in a Samsung dryer. It's going to be a very easy repair. Should only take a few minutes to show you how to do it. For this job, we're going to need a Phillips screwdriver. When you open up the package, you're going to get a new dryer drum assembly. The drum assembly, rotated by the motor, tumbles and fluffs the clothing for better drying results. The main reason for the drum assembly to be replaced is if the felt seal attached to the side of it is worn out and is coming off, causing the drum to jam. We need to remove the top panel. For that, we need to take out those two Phillips screws and then slide the panel off. So we're going to use the Phillips screwdriver and we're going to take out these two screws. Slide the top panel back for about an inch and then we can lift it off. Now we can take the three Phillips screws out and free the main control board. And slide it off, release it from the clamps, so it will give us a little bit of a loose cord, and put it aside here, out of the way. Next step would be removing of the control panels. We need to take out the three Phillips screws on the top, and then we're going to take that panel off. We're going to start with opening the door, and then we're going to pull the control panel up and towards you to release the clamps here, and then lift it up. Support the panel and disconnect those two plugs. Press the locking tab and disconnect one plug first, and then do the same thing for the second plug. Press it this end and pull it apart. And now we can take the panel away. Now we're going to remove this two Phillips screws at the bottom. Now we can take out the four Phillips screws that holds the front panel at the top. At this moment, the front panel is held in place by these two clips at the top and the three hinges at the bottom. Lift up on the panel and close the door. We need to disconnect the door switch plug here. Pull it apart. Tilt the panel forward towards you and take it off the bottom hinges. Next, we're going to remove this top mounting bracket. It's held in place by four Phillips screws, two on each side. Now we can remove the mounting bracket, pull it straight out, and the other side. And remove it. Unplug this wire connector to the light bulb. Free the harness. And put the harness out of the way. Disconnect this wire plug by pressing first the tab and pulling it apart. We're going to remove the screw that secures the filter housing to the blower housing. It's a Phillips screw. We're going to use a Phillips screwdriver. Now we can remove these four Phillips screws, two on each side, and free the front bulkhead. At this point, we're entering the area of the sharp metal And as you noticed, I put on the gloves. Put on the gloves unless you already did, because we're gonna face a little bit of sharp edges here. So we're gonna lift up the front bulkhead to release it from the 4 clips on the side. Each bracket has a clip. And disengage it from the side tabs on both sides. And then lift up on the drum and release the wheels support rollers. Alright, so we can take it away now. Now we're gonna reach in with both hands and we're gonna push the idler pulley towards the side to loosen up the belt and remove the belt from the pulley. Now we're going to remove the drum out of the dryer, pull up the belt, don't leave any slack at the bottom because we're going to catch on something there, and slowly move it out. Then we're going to take off the belt, we're going to use it. Well, before you say we're going to use it, check if it's not cracked and didn't start deteriorating. So our belt is good, so we can use it again. This is the old dryer drum assembly next to the new one. If you don't have this part, you can get it from appliancepartspros.com. This is a new drum. We're going to install it. Before installation, we're going to place a drive belt on. The grooved part goes inside and the flat goes outside. Position the belt right in the center, like right there. Lift it up and slide it into the cabinet. And place the rear felt onto the rear drum support rollers. Turn the drum a couple of times. And then we can install the belt on the idler and motor pulleys. Put your both hands under the drum. Right, so now we can put the belt on the pulleys, on the idler and the motor pulley. So I'm going to push the pulley to the side and put the belt underneath, and then we can keep pushing the pulley until the belt will be on the motor pulley. Then, to make sure that the belt is installed properly, turn the drum slowly clockwise, 1 full turn. You can go more than 1 turn, but 1 turn would be enough. The belt should be staying right in the center. Okay. Now we can go ahead and put the front bulkhead. Installing the front bulkhead could be a little bit tricky. There are a few points that we have to follow. First of all, this duct has to go inside the plastic cover, the blower wheel. Then both of the wheels has to go underneath of the drum. And there we have 4 tabs, 2 on each side, that goes inside the cutouts. So let's start with bringing it in, putting it into the blower, and lifting up on the drum so we can insert the wheels under it. And we can put the tabs in. And push it down to lock. So now we can go to the opposite side and do the same thing. All right, now we can secure it with 4 Phillips screws to the cabinet. And number 5 Phillips screw will go right in here to secure the the vent to the blower housing here. All right, and we can connect the moisture sensor plug. I prefer to do connections right after we install the parts because we're gonna forget about it after we'll go to installation of the other large parts like front panel, top panel, so do it right away. At this point we should bring in the control board box with the harness. We can leave the box right there and we're going to install the harness into the retainer clips here. I'm gonna connect the plug here to the light bulb socket here, and I'm gonna run the harness into one holder here and the second holder at the bottom. And now we can install the mounting bracket. There's 2 tabs on each side here that goes into the 2 cutouts on each side, and then the large tab here on the front bulk goes into this slot. So we need to do kind of tricky job fitting in all of them at the same time. All right, it's all in. Now we're going to secure it with the 4 Phillips screws. Now we can install the control board. We're going to turn it over and then put this one on the top here, and this goes underneath of the side wall, and this tab goes over. And it's ready to be secured with the 3 Phillips screws. Now we can install the front panel. The 3 cutouts at the bottom fits over the 3 hinges at the bottom. And you bring it over and connect the door switch. Then bring the panel forward and lock these 2 tabs. Let's secure the front panel with the 4 Phillips screws to the cabinet. The control panel is ready to go in, and I'm gonna pull these wires first in. Then we're gonna install these 6 tabs at the bottom into the 6 cutouts. Bring the control panel forward, and then we can connect the 2 plugs here. And bring the control panel forward, push the bottom in, and then we're going to secure that panel with the 3 Phillips screws to the top mounting bracket. And the last thing before we're going to install the top panel, we're going to secure the front panel to the bulkhead with the 2 Phillips screws. And we can drop in the lint filter and close the door. And the top panel goes on. I'm going to place it on the sides here, matching, and then about 1 inch away from the control panel, and push it forward to lock in. So we're going to secure the top panel with the 2 Phillips screws. Plug the dryer in and check if it's drying properly. Thank you for being a part of another successful repair brought to you by AppliancePartsPros.com. For any of your future appliance repair projects, please check out our other videos available on our site, on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Instagram.